Welcome. I'm Linda Gorton, Vice Mayor of Lexington, and we have a rather exciting effort to talk about today. If you're a high adventure person or someone who's been involved in nonprofits, I urge you to take a look at what's going to go on here with the Boy Scouts. Nonprofit groups really are full of volunteers who have efforts with youth, adults, volunteerism in our community, and we could not function without our volunteers. So today I want to welcome some of our Boy Scouts from the Bluegrass Council to talk about a really exciting effort they have going on. And first of all, I'd like to welcome Matt Roberts.
That's right. How are you doing?
Good morning.
Nice
Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Matt is with the Bluegrass Council of Boy Scouts. And what do you do there?
I am the Director of Operations.
Okay. And tell me a little bit about the Boy Scout efforts.
Well, the Bluegrass Council annually serves over 11,000 youth and 3,000 adults in 55 counties throughout central and eastern Kentucky.
Okay.
And for those that don't know, obviously the Scouts' main objective is to build character and leadership skills and to also focus on service to others and to their communities.
Okay, that's an awesome mission.
Absolutely.
Yes. And so the Bluegrass Council isn't just in Lexington. It involves lots of scouts in lots of counties, as you said. Okay. We have a rather exciting effort about to take place here, and I want to ask you how you, as a Bluegrass Council of Boy Scouts, talk about what kinds of fundraisers and activities you do. Is it based on interest or based on creative ideas that no one else has done? Or how do you go about that?
Well, the way we approach fundraisers, we try to really think out of the box, especially for scouting. You know, obviously scouting has a very unique high adventure aspect to the program, and so we really want to, when we approach this, fundraising as a whole, we really want to try to separate ourselves from what other organizations are doing.
Right.
And then later on we'll talk about as far as the event that we have coming up here. But that's really what is our main focus of fundraising. And we also have special events that we do throughout all of our counties as far as dinners and things of that nature. We also have units that do fundraising too as well.
Popcorn.
Popcorn is a big one.
We've all had popcorn, Boy Scout popcorn.
And our popcorn sale, our product sale, actually runs from August through November. And that is our primary fundraiser for our units, and that's how they pay for their year of scouting.
Okay. I appreciate that you're here to tell us a little bit about that. I want to talk to Dan Kett. Dan, welcome.
Thank you, Madam Vice Mayor.
And what is your position at the Boy Scouts?
I oversee our communications, marketing, and public relations efforts.
Okay. Now, Dan is going to tell us about something that I think is really exciting. It's called Brave the Blue, and we are right here in front of the Fifth Third Center, commonly known as the Big Blue Building, in Lexington. And Dan, tell us a little bit about Brave the Blue and what on earth you're going to do coming over the side of the building.
Well, first off, we really appreciate you, Vice Mayor Gorton, and of course the entire administration supporting us on this effort. And that's exactly it. We're going to be braving the blue this October 25th. It's a Thursday, and we will be rappelling. It's a 410-foot building. We'll be rappelling from the 31st floor.
Did you hear that, folks? They're going to rappel over the 31st floor.
That's correct. The web companies have been very kind and gracious and are allowing us to use their offices. We'll actually be going out through one of the principal's offices, Woodford Webb, rappelling from his balcony and coming down the side. It's a fantastic fundraising effort for the Bluegrass Council. also a great opportunity for us to bring awareness to scouting in the 55 counties that we serve.
Now tell me, who can go over the edge and brave the blue? Who can do this?
It's really, there are no real limitations other than some weight limitations.
Okay.
So if you fall under 100 pounds or over 300 pounds, there are some safety concerns there. But if you do find yourself falling in that under the 100-pound mark, you can go over in tandem with someone else.
Okay.
But other than that, think about an amusement park, some of the restrictions that they have there. Just you want to be mindful as far as folks who might be pregnant, folks who might have a heart condition, just all the standard things apply here as they would to a high adventure coaster ride.
So there's no age limit.
There's no age limit, that's correct.
So even if you're 10 years old or if you're 80 years old, you can go over the edge of this big blue building.
That's absolutely right.
And give yourself a wild thrill. Now, do you have sponsors who are helping you put this together? How's that working?
That's correct. We're in the throes now of lining up our sponsors, our traditional sponsors. Currently, we have our media sponsors lined up. We're thrilled to have WLEX on board, the Lexington Herald Leader, and Cumulus Broadcasting. Okay.
Is there a website where folks could find out more information about this activity on October 25th?
There is. You'd want to go to bravetheblue.com, and that'll give you an opportunity to sign yourself up, sign up as a team to raise the dollars to put you over the edge. The amount of the cost, the investment is $1,000 per person, and we liken it to a charity walk where the $1,000 wouldn't necessarily be all on you. You can fundraise using social media, Facebook, Twitter, and getting e-blasts out to your friends.
Okay, and nonprofits do that a lot. They'll ask a person to raise money to sponsor them on a walk or a run or an activity. So this is a similar thing, except you're just going to go over the edge of this big blue building.
That's correct.
Now, we also have with us today James Howard, welcome, who's also a scouter. And let's well, first of all, what do you do with Boy Scouts, and can you kind of tie this all together with some of the programming and that sort of thing?
My title is actually field director. I manage a few of the other staff members who go out into our 55 counties and recruit kids, raise money, and basically develop the scouting program.
Okay.
And with the dollars from the Brave the Blue event that we're doing here, we're going to strengthen those programs, develop new programs, and actually build the recognition for scouting. We have three basic groups of scouting. We have the Cub Scout group, is grades 1 through 5. We have the Boy Scout group, ages 11 to 18, and then we have a more high adventure group, the venturing age kids, about 14 to 20 years of age.
I think this is high adventure, isn't it? Going over the edge of the building.
Absolutely.
Now, what if someone is scared to death of heights and they don't have any rappelling skills? Do you have to have rappelling skills to do this?
You really don't. A lot of the folks, as we've learned through the company over the edge, they tell us a lot of times this is someone's very first time actually rappelling.
Okay.
You'll do a test run the day of, so you'll do a one-story test rappel, and then they gear you up and you come off the 31st floor.
Okay, so anyone can do this?
That's right.
Okay, and they don't have to worry that they've never rappelled off of anything.
No, we were really impressed with the folks from over the edge. They've done over 200 of these events. They're extremely professional. They're extremely knowledgeable, and they're really controlling the descent.
Okay,
which you're in great hands.
Great. So this is going to basically be run by a professional company.
That's correct.
That knows how to do this. They've done this in other cities. And I imagine there will be a lot of spectators down below.
We would hope
interested.
so.
Yes.
We would hope so.
And well, we'll have to see if we can get the mayor over the edge. What do you think?
I think Mayor Gray would do just fine going over.
I think he would too. Well, is there anything else that you all would like to say about the event? It's on October 25th.
That's correct.
And will it be all day long?
It'll be an all day long event. The rappelling event will actually segue nicely into a special edition of Thursday Night Live that will take place right across the street here at the pavilion.
Okay, excellent.
So we're very excited about that. We're also excited about the fact that this event, it's going to be an awesome fundraiser for the Boy Scouts, but also gives us a chance to let Lexington shine.
Excellent.
So we're thrilled about that.
Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
We're going to take a few minutes and talk with some Eagle Scouts about some of the things that they love about scouting. So we'll be right back. Okay, we're back, and now I'm going to talk with some Eagle Scouts and kind of find out what in the world it is they like about scouting and what they think about braving the blue, these people who are going to go over the edge of this big blue building. So we have a rather interesting group here today. These are brothers, and we have John, Adam, and Frank Roberts. They're all Eagle Scouts, and they are brothers. And of course, I told John he had no chance. By the time they got to the third one, you had to be an Eagle Scout, right? Welcome. Good to see you all.
Good to see you. Good to see you.
I'd like to know, first of all, what it is you like the very best about scouting. I mean, some people are in scouting for one reason and some for another. So John, why don't you tell me what you like about scouting?
Well, it was really a way to connect with my brothers and my dad, because all three of them were involved in scouting by the time I got involved.
And your dad, I think you said your dad's also an Eagle Scout.
My dad is an Eagle Scout.
So it's a tradition. Okay. Adam, what is it that you like the very best?
I think it's just that there's always something new to do.
Always something new. Oh, that's excellent.
I mean, if you're in New Mexico hiking 100 miles in 10 days or rock climbing, shooting shotguns, there's always something new.
So that would be the Philmont High Adventure area. And Frank, what is it that really interests you in scouting?
At this point, probably the thing that has been most valuable and continues to be really valuable has been the incredible number of really great positive male role models. You can really learn how to be a good man being in Scouts, and that's probably my favorite thing about it at this point.
I know that Scouting has certain things that they teach, honesty, work ethic, things like that. And a lot of boys who are starting out in Scouting don't necessarily have that as a role model at home. So it seems like that's kind of what you're talking about.
Yes.
Have any of you done any high adventure things? Have you been to Philmont? You have.
We've all been to Philmont twice.
We've all been to Philmont
You've
twice.
all been to Philmont twice.
And our dad's been 3 times.
Okay.
So.
And you've backpacked and done the long treks?
Right.
How far did you go?
I went second time, which was a little bit longer, about 95 miles in 10 days.
Okay, that's a long way to go.
And I think they both hiked further than I did. So.
Oh, okay.
We both hiked 100 miles in 2010.
100 miles, and how long did that take you?
12 days.
12 days?
That's a long way to go. Now tell me what you think about this effort. We're in front of the big blue building, and people are going to go up to the top of that, and they're going to rappel out the balcony, which just the thought of that scares me to death. What do you think about that?
I think it's a great idea.
Yes?
I would love to do it, honestly.
Yes?
I would love to.
I think it's a wonderful idea too, and I would love to do it, but being a college student, we don't have a lot of money laying around.
Right, right. Well, I appreciate your being here and just helping me understand some of the things that you've loved about scouting. And folks, I want to encourage you to go to the website and think about braving the blue on October 25th. And if you don't feel like you want to go over the edge of this building, maybe get a friend and help support them financially so they can go over the edge. It's going to be quite a thriller, and it's all for a good cause, for nonprofit Boy Scouts. And we'll just try to get lots of folks to go over the edge, and we'll brave the blue.